The worst part of regaining consciousness was the slow and unavoidable realization that the life I was waking up to was hardly worth the effort. It didn't help the situation to realize I was back in the hospital, gown and all. I would never know exactly what happened in the time I was unconscious, but I could guarantee it was awkward, embarrassing, and involved being naked in front of medical personnel. I tried to pretend to sleep, but it was pointless. The blissful ignorance of the unconscious was long gone. I could have postponed whatever was coming next by faking sleep for a few more hours, but a lack of patience had always found a comfortable place on my list of flaws, so I braced myself and opened my eyes. My grandma glanced up from her magazine with a look just shy of a glare. I couldn't blame her. If I wasn't even happy to be awake, how could I expect anyone else to be? "Nice of you to join us," she said, before returning to her magazine. "What'd I miss?" "Nothing that paints you in a good light, I can assure you." I could have guessed that. "Well, that's a shame. Who was my knight in shining armor this time?" "A group of young men walking by the parking lot of your work. There you were, passed out for the whole world to see." She lowered her magazine just slightly. "Do you realize how lucky you are that they were the kind of men who call 911 when they find a young woman passed out in a parking lot, instead of a group of rapists and murderers? Now you're here. You hit your head on the way down, but you'll be fine. Oh, and we have another ambulance bill added to our tab. I'm sure your parents will be thrilled." I thought this over for a moment. A small part of me worried how strange it was for me to feel nothing about this new information. Normal people felt embarrassment after this sort of thing, right? There was, of course, the ever-present shadow of guilt for dragging innocent bystanders and my grandma deeper into my mess. But these days, that wasn't anything new. Sometimes that gnawing guilt could be drowned out with a poor attempt at comedy. I turned to my grandma. "Were any of the guys cute? Any of them leave me their number?" When she put down her Better Homes and Gardens and shot me what was now certainly a full-on glare, it was clear my attempt at lightening the mood was in vain.